guys, welcome to another week of our SERV12 class online. How's everybody doing? We are more than halfway through our course, and I hope that you feel our class has already given you some great tips and tricks on how to be a successful student. I know it's different right now being all online, but you can still learn and grow and have a great experience in the virtual classroom. So today we are starting week 5. Remember that on Mondays, I always want to see your calendar for the week. So just like I did this morning, I mapped out all of the things I need to do this week, including papers to grade, so that would be things you need to read, things you need to study, personal commitments. For example, I need to take my daughter, unfortunately, to the doctor at some point this week. So things that you have to schedule into your week, I want to make sure that you're doing. And remember, very important for our mental well-being, you need to schedule in personal time with friends and family. That could be a Zoom, that could be FaceTime, that could be just something with the people that you're currently living with. You need to also schedule in time for exercise. So last week, I made it a goal to do a walk around my block, which is roughly 3/4 of a mile, at least twice a day. So I'm doing it. Are you doing it? We got to have those in our schedules. If you start by clicking on the week 5 work, you'll see a checklist of everything we're doing, including that calendar. So these are the assignments I'd like you to read, and I love this first one. Dr. Morton Adler, he wrote How to Mark a Book back in, I think, the 70s or the 60s. So it's an old essay, but it is a very relevant one today, and it shows the importance of annotating as you're reading. So when you're reading this, please make sure that you annotate it and notice his suggestions for how to annotate, but also his claims of why you should annotate. We're also going to talk about memorization strategies, because if we read, we need to be able to remember the details in order to take tests and complete assignments in the classroom. So this week we're talking about how to actively read and how to build our memory. So again, that weekly calendar is due today. Our online discussion on active reading, I need 2 days of participation, so the first by Thursday and peer responses by Sunday. We're turning in a mnemonic device, which is a memory tool, and you are responding to an instructor's feedback. So that is something that will also help with comprehension and retention. So let's start by talking about a mnemonic device. What is that? When I was a young student, probably 30 years ago, I watched a movie where it was called Born Yesterday. A woman made up a song to the tune of the 12 Days of Christmas, and she sang about the amendments to the Constitution. Well, that singing helped her remember the amendments to the Constitution. So that was something that I memorized, so that when I took my U.S. history test, I was able to earn an A on it, and I still remember all of those amendments because of that song. So I want you to create a mnemonic device that'll help you remember something for a class. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna go through all the pages. So if I click on next, again, here's where I put in the calendar. Here's a mnemonic device example. When I was young, I learned to play the piano. And in order to read the music, the staff, my piano teacher taught me a little mnemonic device. Every good boy deserves fudge, because the first line is an E, the second line is a G, the next line is a B, the next line is a D, the last line is an F on the treble clef. So that was something that helped me remember what the notes were. That is a mnemonic device. So again, I want you to make one up. I think the next one is our discussion. Yep. So here's our discussion on Adler. This is what's called a content response box. And this is something you might have to do in your English courses in the future. So you're going to have a direct quote from Adler's essay, and notice the citation, and you're going to have a response, which are your opinions, your thoughts, your reactions to that quote. So I want you to do that twice from Adler's reading. But before you do that, make sure you talk about your reading strategies. And last but not least, this is what we call a metacognitive wrapper. You maybe have heard these terms before. I know the biology department loves to use these. They are a great way for you to analyze mistakes that you've maybe made in the past so that you can move forward as a learner in the future. So I kind of explained everything here, but you're going to show me some type of assignment from another class. That could be an essay, that could be a test. I want you to show me the feedback that you got on that assignment and then respond to it, reflect on it. The more that you reflect on the, again, mistakes that you maybe made, the more you're going to learn and you'll never make those same mistakes again. So again, taking the time to look at why you made mistakes will help you improve in the future. So this is a really important assignment and I want this done by Sunday. All right, that's it for this week. I hope that, again, you're enjoying the online process. If you need any help with any of your classes, reach out to me. I'd be more than willing to do a meeting like this live with you and help you through it. All right, guys, see you online.